What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled If Moms Can't Raise Boys to Be Men. Why are y'all keeping these boys? We know the obvious answers, but I'm just putting this stuff out there just to say it. If you know your son, and you've seen this time and time again from family to family, friends, friends of friends, a lot of you mothers out here who have sons, you can't raise your boy to be a man. His moral compass is all messed up, and you know it because you taught it. So why are you keeping these boys? Because if you're not trying to change their moral compass, then what are you doing? If you are allowing these young boys to not have a work ethic and put effort into their lives, and you know you're not going to be able to raise them into productive men, why are you still holding on to these young boys? If you're not pushing these kids to get better grades in school, why are you housing and holding on to these boys? If you have a fear of them being masculine, and you try to stump out the masculinity in them at a young age, and then you get into it with them as they grow into a teenager or a young man, and they're just masculine by nature, and you have a problem with it, even though that's what he's supposed to be, is masculine, why are you keeping these boys? If you see time and time again, these women say, I can't raise my son to be a man, and they actually have a father who actually wants them and wants to raise them to be a man, why are you not letting go? Because what winds up happening is a person like me gets tired of hearing a lot of older mothers' complaints about how no good their son is or how unprepared for life their son is, when guess what? He was raised by you. You made sure he was unprepared for life. Now you want him to be a grown man, but you were in the way of him being a grown man. Oh, you need to learn how to be a man from your father now. What about all the other years that you knew he needed to learn that prior to him being of age? Why did you not let that boy go be with his father? See, we talk about a lot of parenting issues when it comes to family courts, and still 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time, a mother wins custody. In general, goes for both genders, right? But when you win custody of your son and you realize you're ill-equipped to actually raise that boy to be a man, why do you keep, looking and stalling to keep that young boy under your wing when you know you're not taking him anywhere positive? Because basically, you're willing to sabotage your son's adult life for pride or for a monthly check and for a tax credit. How often do I see these kids have no college plans because mom just really don't care? 18 means no more child support. College means I might get a couple of years of extra child support while they in college. Because they split the difference in college. So for some of y'all who know this, you'll still be on child support till that kid may be 20. That's 2 years in college, and then the mother will have to pay for the other 2 years. And what happens when it's time to pay for the other 2 years? You need to get a loan. You need to get a rep from around me. You're grown. So why hold on to these boys? Because in the long run, if you give them back to their fathers, it still saves you money. Because you're not feeding them and clothing them anymore. Men in general don't want the money from the mothers. Courts don't want to enforce mothers paying child support. A woman is not probably going to lose her job or her license, or go to jail because she's behind, if she's even put on it. Now, the deeper question that should be answered is, it's not that mothers are naturally more nurturing or naturally, inherently better parents. It's the fact that a lot of mothers don't want society to see that fathers are probably a better option in parenting a child to adulthood, and specifically a boy to being a man, than women, because you're going to get a vastly different individual. If you taught your boy to attract women and be attractive and narcissistic, so he knows how to get girls because you taught him, how to get a girl's attention, but you never taught him how to take care of himself and the family. So what exactly is that going to bring to your life? At best, a bunch of grandchildren that you're going to have to take care of. At worst, a bunch of women knocking at your door about you need to get your son right because he ain't a man. All he know how to do is get my attention and get me in bed, because basically that's what you taught him, but I'm not going to address you, mom. So I need you to get your pet child in line so I can get what I need from him. So now your life is stuck. Because if you can't raise these sons to be men, and you know it, and your friends know it, and your family know it, why are y'all going to court talking about, you got this? It takes a village. How come the village keeps disappearing if it takes a village? Why are people washing their hands with these situations? Because it's obvious that you don't want these boys to become men. So, what's in it for you? Sabotaging your sons for the greater good of the sisterhood. Because if you know you can't raise him to be a man, and you know this is going to cause a big issue in the future, and you see these girls walking around, they're not, a lot of these mothers ain't even raising their daughters to be women. And they're the same gender. So if you failing at that, and you can admit that you can't raise a boy to be a man, why are you holding these boys hostage? I'm done. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.